Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the Los Angeles Angels going up against the Kansas City Royals. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And today on the hill, Seth Lugo. What do we have on him?
Boog, this guy usually turns in a very good outing. His teammates really enjoy when he's on the mound. Everyone seems to be loose, which can help the offense be a bit more dangerous. So if you look at the opposing lineup, they're hoping he doesn't just settle in. They want to make this an uncomfortable start from the beginning.
About to get started here, Trey Turner at the plate. And that's how this game gets started. Out towards right center field. And there's one down. All right, let's take a look at the Angels lineup. Here's Mike Trout. And Chris, one of the trends that we've seen over the course of the last 5 or 6 years, teams are trying to build their lineup more efficiently and usually putting their best hitter number 2, like Mike Trout. That one fouled off.
The days of hitting that hitter in the 3rd spot or the 4th spot are pretty much over because you're wasting your best talent. And the fans, if they come to the game, they want to see that guy hit as much as possible as well.
People may ask why. No spot in the order comes up with nobody on and 2 outs more frequently than the number 3 hitter. Fly ball down the line. That one is foul, and he'll see another. Battling here as he fouls it away. Stays alive. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. The 0-2. Trout swings and connects. Deep left field. Carrying well. And gone! He muscles that one out of here. The Angels on the board first. It's 1-0. He kept swinging and it paid off.
Well, that was a battle, Boog, and he just kept taking his cuts. Finally squared one up. No matter how this outing ends, that pitch is going to haunt him for a while. An 0-2 mistake. That's supposed to be a pitch out of the zone. He left it in a spot that the hitter could do some damage with, and that's exactly what he did.
Yogi Santana, the next to hit for the Angels. Lifted in the air, right center field. Isbell on his way over. Takes it in for the out.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Jorge Soler up at the plate.
Sometimes a hitter will go up there and guess, and it's not just pulling something out of the sky, but expecting, because of tendencies, a certain pitch in a certain location. He just guessed wrong.
Comes up empty. Back up the middle and a base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going. Oh, the throw is wild. And it's going to wind up out of play.
Oh, that's just an unacceptable error right there. Just kind of lackadaisical in getting it back into the infield, and there's really no excuse for that. Turned a simple single into a runner in scoring position now.
Soler at second with 2 down.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended.
And that's a strikeout looking. Inning over, and it could have been worse. Mike Trout doing Mike Trout things. It's now 1-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And getting the start for the Angels, Jose Soriano. What do you have on him?
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
That's ripped into the outfield, and that's got extra bases written all over it.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
No outs, runner at first. Here's Bobby Witt Jr. Ground ball left side, could be 2. There's 1, and that's 2.
Well, very fast developing play right there. No margin for error. Nice double play on a fast runner up the line.
Base is empty after the double play. Vinny Pasquantino steps in for the Royals. Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. A solo shot, and it ties it up. It's 1-1.
He's bringing the thunder in a rainstorm. How in the world did he manage to hit that pitch out? Power versus power right there, like 2 locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? Well, a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. Powers that fastball out of here.
And next up for the Royals, Sonny Austin. He's a guy who does it all. Drilled in the air out towards right center. Trout has a beat on it. And that is that. The Royals get a run in the inning on this solo homer. All even now at 1-1. We move ahead to the top of the second now. So in now for the Angels, Wade Meckler. And a foul ball. 0-1. And a foul ball. Caught him looking for the K.
Well, he went up there trying to be aggressive, that's for sure, hacking at those first 2 pitches, but clearly that last one fooled him. He could have been sitting on something else entirely, but you want to be able to adjust on 0-2 and at least get a swing off when it's in the zone. Maybe choke up, maybe spread out your stance a little bit. You got to give the guy credit on the mound, though. He went right after him.
Now it's the second baseman, Oswald Peraza. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. The 0-1. That's in there at the knees, and it's strike 2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Hit on the ground to the right side. Pasquantino takes it to the bag. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second.
Catcher Logan O'Hoppe.
And next for the Angels, Logan O'Hoppe.
Well, that's that slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. He talked about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
Fought off foul. 2 down, nobody on. That one hit to right. Williamson under it. And that's the 3rd out. No runs, no hits, no errors. Now to the bottom of the second. All tied 1-1. Bottom half of inning number 2. Here's the Royals designated hitter, Starling Marte. And there's a rocket into the outfield.
Batting 6th, second.
Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
And next up for the Royals, Michael Massey. That one is absolutely belted. Way back there, it's got a chance. That's down. 1 hops off the wall. Throw back in quickly. 1st and 2nd now with nobody out.
Well, that was an important at bat in this game, so great job there stepping up to the challenge. Didn't try to do too much with it, just a really controlled, simple swing. We don't see a whole lot of that these days with hitters trying to launch and hit home runs, but sometimes you got to shorten up just like that. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
Line and a base hit into right. As the go-ahead runner pulls up at 3rd.
Now, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. Love how she just kept it simple there. Didn't come out of her mechanics. Nice tight swing, hard hit ball.
All loaded up. Isaac Collins steps in for the Royals. Golden opportunity right here. That smash towards center. Trout on the move. Reaching for it and brings it in.
Batting 9th, center fielder Kyle Isbell.
And now it's Kyle Isbell.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Line drive, base hit. 1 runs in. And they hold the runner at 3rd. Bases remain loaded here. Still only 1 gone.
With the bases juiced, he refused to get pull happy. He stayed within himself, drove the ball to center field. That'll get across a run.
Now the Angels manager is out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Jose Soriano won't go any further tonight. And the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching for the
Sam Aldegari gets handed the rock out of the pen.
Well, no margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute 1 pitch at a time to try to get out of this.
Michael Garcia getting ready to hit. Well struck left field. Slams into the wall and hangs on.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time as that was a hard hit liner, but a nice job of covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time.
And now a huge at-bat coming up as Bobby Witt Jr. steps in. hit. One run is in. Runner holds up at third. Base is still loaded. 2 away as one comes across.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. And to the plate for Kansas City, Vinny Pasquantino. 1 for 1 so far today with a solo homer in his first at bat. Peraza fires over to first, and that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over. 2 runs in the inning, but they strand 3. We played 2 full. It's the Royals 3 and the Angels 1. On to the 3rd inning. So in now for the Angels, Donovan Walton. Swings through that one for strike 1.
You know, these Angels definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. The numbers tell us they're swinging at the first pitch more than 90% of the time, and that's an extremely high number, especially when you're not getting results, Boog.
1 away. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. So back to the top of the order. Here's Turner now. He's 0 for 1. Going 1.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. Always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
Pasquantino steps on the bag. First 2 batters retired here in the top of the 3rd.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
And now batting, Mike Trout. Foul ball.
Ball! That pitch is out.
Foul ball there. 2 down, nobody on. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Angels go quietly there. Score holds. It's 3-1. As we go to the last of the 3rd. Now it'll be the cleanup hitter for the Royals, Sonny Austin. Ripped to 3rd and caught. 1 pitch and 1 out.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Line drive, base hit. And that's a 1-out single.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive into center field. So that definitely felt good.
And now here is Michael Massey. Out towards right center. That's well struck. That one carrying. See you later. He circles the bases, and they add to their lead. It's 5-1.
That's a swing that'll boost the win probability for sure. When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball.
Now it's going to be Blake Williamson, and that's a base hit.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
So up now for Kansas City, Isaac Collins. He's 0 for 1. Ripped into right center. Should be extra bases. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away. Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Sam Aldegari won't go any further. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching for the
A new
Angels.
arm into the game, the righty, Chase Silseth.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
So digging in, Kyle Isbell.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
In the air, right field, pretty well struck. Gone! It's their second home run of the inning, and they tack on to their lead. It's 8-1.
And that shot makes their grip on the lead even tighter. Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one. And you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
Back to the top of the order. Stepping in, Michael Garcia. And that one hammered. That's back. And that one is out of here. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they add a run. It's 9-1.
I guess it's safe to say it's raining home runs now as well. Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
Now here's Bobby Witt Jr. He's turned into one of the best shortstops in the game. And he can't make the play. Gets off a throw, and they get the out. Good recovery. Wasn't easy following the misplay.
Up next for the Royals, first baseman.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Chase Silseth gives way, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break.
Now pitching for the
New
Angels.
pitcher on now, number 70.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
2 outs, base is empty. Vinny Pasquantino steps in for the Royals. He's already homered here in this one. And there's a fly ball deep right field. Going, gone. Another homer. Make that 4 homers in the inning. And they boost their lead.
He was able to hit one out in this weather. Are you kidding me? How did he do that? Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one. And you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
So 2 down. Sonny Austin will hit next. Known for his rocket arm behind the plate. No question about this one. It's out of here. They go back-to-back, and they add on. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
Here's Starling Marte. He's 2 for 2. That one ripped left field. Meckler ranging back, and that one's gone. They've hit another, and they add to the lead. It's 12-1.
Back-to-back home runs, and these guys look so dominant right now. Pitcher might want to check and see if he's tipping his pitches or not, but I tell you what, if this was basketball, that opposing team would call a timeout to try to slow down this offense.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Number 70 out of the game, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back.
Now pitching for the
Kirby
Angels.
Yates gets the ball now.
Kirby Yates.
So up next, Michael Massey. He's already homered in this game. And a base hit into right. And the hits just keep on coming. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
Next to hit, Blake Williamson. She's 2 for 2. Crushed to right. This one's got a chance. Out of here. Home run. Just circle the bases, and they boost their lead. She absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boone. We knew it wasn't coming back. She put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time. Took a direct path to the ball. Excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
Now here is Isaac Collins, 1 for 2. Smoke to right center, and this one's gonna go out of here. Another one. Back-to-back homers, and they add on. He put a charge into that one.
That was a lightning swing right there, no doubt about it. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Now the Angels manager is out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Kirby Yates will depart.
Now pitching for
The new pitcher in the game, Brent Suter.
Brent Suter.
Kyle Isbell now at the plate. And foul ball. Now the 0-1. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. That is the inning. But they scored 12 times with an offensive onslaught. On to inning number 4. The Royals lead it 15-1. Well, this game isn't very close, Singy. Let's see if we got any messages from those tuning in today.
I know we got some good stuff in there.
Singy, one of the biggest ways the game has changed, bullpen arms. So many elite level bullpen arms.
Yeah, and I'm glad I'm not playing anymore. I mean, it's just a nightmare When that door swings open out of the bullpen, you know what's coming in is 95 and above with at least one nasty pitch.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts.
The designated hitter, Jorge Soler.
And next is the designated hitter, Jorge Soler. Picked up a base hit to center his first time up. And that one fouled off. The other component is you get less viewings of a specific pitcher. So your ability to go to school on one guy, you maybe get 2 looks at him and then he's gone.
Yeah, and I mean, these guys utilize the iPads and try to see previous footage of that pitcher, but it's just not the same as having an actual look.
Got him looking. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. 2 down, base is empty. Here's Joe Adell. Caught looking his first time up. And the 0-1. That one fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Swings through that one out in front that time. Safe at first as they can't make the play. So he's able to reach first base despite the strikeout, and that extends the inning. Kind of a tough turn of events for the defense there.
Yeah, it's maybe a little bit of a morale killer. For a second, you think you're about to go hit, but really quickly you have to refocus and be ready for the next play. We'll see if they can work around it.
Meckler in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. And the 0-1. Tap foul at the plate. Adell, the runner at first with 2 gone. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. On the ground. Whips it to first on the run, and they get the out. The Royals lead it 15-1. Bottom 4. Now here's the leadoff hitter for the Royals, Michael Garcia.
Michael Garcia.
That one hops against the fence.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Man at first, nobody out. Bobby Witt Jr. digs in now. That one is absolutely belted. And that should be extra bases. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Up next for the Royals.
Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
So digging in, Vinny Pasquantino. He's got a couple homers already, so can he possibly do it again?
Come on, man. Of course he can. Those 2 he hit were legit, and he looks pretty locked in right now at the dish.
On a line. 1 down.
Now batting, catcher, number 8.
Sonny Austin getting ready to hit. This guy's turned into one of the best catchers in the National League. Line shot into the gap should score at least 1. Throw back in, holds the runner at third. Base is now loaded. Only 1 away. Starling Marte up to hit. 3 for 3, 2 singles and a homer. There's a line drive to left field. 2 away.
Up next for the Royals, second baseman, Michael.
All loaded up. Michael Massey steps in for the Royals. Hard liner. Can't get there. Should be extra bases. 1 run across. Ball comes in. Runner stops at third. Bases still loaded with 2 out.
Picks himself up an RBI. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
Blake Williamson will hit next. Safe to say she's grabbed our attention with this performance. 3 hits, 3 at-bats, and a chance to make it 4. Oh, he can't hang on. Witt scores, and they extend their lead. No throw, safe at first, and we'll see if it's an error.
Picks herself up an RBI. That's one of those you classify as just too hot to handle. Hit it on the screws, and it couldn't be fielded cleanly, but you can't really blame the defense in that case.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Brent Suter won't go any further tonight, and he leaves with the bases loaded, so he'll look for some help from his teammate coming in behind him. Drew Pomerantz gets the call from the pen.
And he's got a big-time breaking ball to contend with. Hitters going to have to pick it up early if they're going to have any chance.
Isaac Collins steps in for the Royals. Gap shot should score at least 2. 1 run is in. Runner holds up at third. Base is still loaded. 2 away as 1 comes across. And now the center fielder, Kyle Isbell. Ripped to right. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. So they get 3 runs in the inning, but they also leave the bases loaded. On to the top of the 5th we go. The Royals out front 18-1. We go to the top of the 5th. So in now for the Angels, Oswald Peraza. And first offering is fouled off.
You know, these Angels, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. They're swinging at more than 70% of the first pitches they've seen today, and it's just not working out for them.
Set down on strikes. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Clearly looking out over the plate on that outer third, and that pitch finished
Up next for the
right down the
Angels,
middle, just a little
catcher,
bit in, and he couldn't pull the
Logan
trigger.
Hoppe, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Next offering is fouled back. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Struck him out without a swing. Angels with only 1 out left. 2 outs, base is empty. And now Jonathan Walton 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. They're down to their final strike. Foul ball, still 0-2. 2 down, nobody on. In the air, left field, Collins. Long run on his horse. And that'll do it. The Royals take this one in a blowout.
Well, I don't know what they did in the cage today or on the field for batting practice, but when you win by double digits, something is clicking. That batting coach feels pretty good about himself right now, but more so the players. They can't wait for the next one. Come back out, score, and get another W.
Well, this one ends in a blowout. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.